Is that a dragon? I think it's injured. I think I can help it. Hello, I'm EDDF Toxic. That was the 2-hour track challenge I did on January 26th, 2018. It's called Dragon in Distress. Usually I don't have a name at this point, but in this case it's actually a bit of a special event because this track was made as part of the 2-hour album challenge. I'll paste the link in chat here, which is a community event where a bunch of us do a 2-hour track challenge based on the same theme. And then we all compile it into an album. So the theme this time around was myth slash legend. I can't speak English apparently. So my first thought for that theme was dragons. Kind of fits with the myth theme. And my sister can do this noise where it sounds like a dragon, and sometimes I'll just walk into the room and she'll turn around and greet me with this screech. So quite a few months back I got her to come downstairs and I loaded up Ableton and got her to record a few of those, and then for this challenge I kind of made a song around that. Just by the way, I usually do a 2-hour track challenge every week, and then a couple weeks later I like to do this premiere on Twitch, just to take a look back at how I made the song and stuff like that. And usually at this point I'll make sure that I have a title, which I already do in this case because I needed a title that weekend so I could submit it to the album. Then I'll also work on a video to have someone to put up on YouTube on Saturday. So I will work on that video after take a look back at this, because sometimes it's neat to. I haven't seen these in a week or a couple weeks, and I don't always remember everything I did. I'll start with a drink of water though. So I actually streamed this as well. Usually I don't stream making the 2 hour track challenges, but for the 2 hour album challenge I do. So there is, I can look, I can grab the link if anybody wants it, but there is, I did stream this, so you can also look back to see how I built it that way in full form. But the kind of the overview is I started with the strings because I had an idea that I wanted it to start off slow and then sort of get a bit heavier near the end. So I started off with some strings here. Turn this down. That's 16. Let's go 20. These are from String Ensemble Essentials or something. Yeah. It's one of these contact libraries that I hadn't used before. I had to go look around to find something. That's the one there, I think. And I had like I wanted a longer release to something that I like to do quite often. Have the notes play and then just let it ring out in between into the bar to the next note or the next chord. I do that quite often. I also added some bar chimes in there to help fill the gap as well. Obviously, there's a dragon noise. That's all these. And I had a little bit of delay on this just because they were a little bit faster than the breaks in the song. So the delay and reverb was just me trying to extend it out a little bit. This was actually also. I need water again. One of the things I don't have a lot of practice in with is when you take a sound library, like we'll just call this a sound library. I only had 8 plus 7, so 15 sounds to work with, and I made a 3-minute song. So some of the sounds are reused, and it's really just finding creative ways to reuse these sounds. Like this here, I think is, yeah, that was the same sound. That was the same source sound. It's just that this one here, I tuned it up 2 semitones, which makes it sound a little bit odd, to me at least. I tried that somewhere with 7 semitones at once at one point, and it just sounded way too weird. Actually, this one here, I kind of blended the two. Oh, this is Screech 6 and Screech 6 again. And I kind of made it flow into each other. But this one, I think, has a detune. Or something here. Oh. Yeah, so this one kind of goes up 2 semitones in the middle of this, in the middle of the screech. So this is the normal sound. And it's normal up until here. And then it kind of goes up to kind of change the direction of the screech a little bit. One of the things I was trying to make it sound like not the same thing over and over again. There's even one point where oh, that's actually a duplicate of the first little bit of the sound. This here's what I was thinking of, though. There's that. That's the same thing, but it's tuned down a semitone. That one's tuned up a semitone. That one's up a semitone again, and then down a semitone. So they sound pretty similar, just a tiny little bit different. Not quite as different as I had hoped, but in the middle of the rest of the mix, but you know, it was worth a try. And these 4 tracks are just because I was processing them differently based on where they were used, sort of. Like in the second part, I needed a little bit more compression, I think, and the EQ, kind of boost that to make it punch through that. Because like I was saying, I wanted the second half to be a bit heavier than the first half. And the screech, everything was just getting drowned out. And that really helped that. But it would probably be too much for the first bit, so since it's right in the middle of the chords. So, onto the second part. I was building the first part. I decided to build put a more electronic bass, because I was originally thinking that I didn't want to pull up my electric bass at all. I found a preset, and I think I just kept it as it is for this bass. It sounds really cool. I can't hear on these earbuds very well, but it sounded cool on the monitors. And a few drums here as well. Got like a bass drum and a snare from Vengeance EDM, as I tend to do a lot. But they also went through a lot of processing to make it sound a bit more like spacey drums, rather than just a boring kick and a boring snare. I wanted it to sound like there's just a sound coming from the distance. That's the snare there, so this is the kick. I even cut off the low end a little bit on the kick, or the bass drum as it calls it. But then when it gets to the second part, I put this tiny little break in here, just a bar. And then it comes back heavier. I decided at this point I should probably pull out the electric bass. I switched to Easy Drummer, so it's a separate drum track. I use this a lot, and this is another thing that I thought I wasn't going to use during this 2-hour album challenge, but I did. Found a kit I liked based on the sound of the kick. That was my main thing. Searched for some pre-made patterns. All of these, since it's metal, are like tempo of 150 they're made for, but we're at a tempo of 90, so it sounded a little bit slower. How do I do this? Actually, let me... I swear there's a way... Oh yeah, okay. So that's kind of how it was designed to sound. There's that Devastator one. That is crazy. But if I turn off that, this is what it sounds like at the tempo of the song. And I think I actually did use this one here. Found a pre-chorus and a chorus, and then back to the verse again that I liked. I let Easy Drummer handle all that one. Stop. But I also introduced the second section with a tiny little double kick here. Let me see if I can just preview this. Something like that. So that a double kick is kind of a pre-opening to the opening cymbal in the drums. um, and then kept the strings to keep the theme sort of the same. Of course, keep the dragons, except they're more compressed because they need to punch through metal. Um, and the chord progression is completely different in the second part too. It does also end with the electronic bass again. I think this bass just kind of ends, doesn't it? Oh, I cut it off. That's right. And I remember this too. I I did most of this in one take. There was just one note that I just completely missed the string when I played it, so I kind of cheated, grabbed a copy of it from back here, and dropped it in place here. I mean, it's not going to sound perfect when you do that. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. But I think it sounded good enough for the sake of a 2-hour challenge. And then the last thing I added was actually at the beginning. I felt like it needed a little bit more description, a little bit more narrative, because I wanted there to actually be more of an actual story in here. Because it sounded to me when I was listening, when I'd listened to the song over, that sounds like the dragon's in pain. Whereas here, the dragon sounds a little bit happier. Obviously, I dropped a screech in there, but that's just because it sounded cool with the cymbals at the end of that metal chorus. But I wanted to emphasize that with a little bit of narration, which I wasn't planning on pulling the mic out for this challenge, just because it is very, very sensitive. My sister and her boyfriend were right upstairs playing Skyrim. But it was like 15 minutes left. I really wanted this, and I figured I'd be basically whispering this anyway. So I'd left the gain down a little bit lower, and I was like right up to the mic, basically. Is that a dragon? And these were just like the first things that came to mind.
I think it's injured.
Looking back, I see like I think it's injured, and then here,
I think I can help it.
I think I can help it. Like, how much can you say I think in the same tiny little 20-second long story? This is part of the reason I do this, because it's practice for things like that. I notice things like that after I force myself to make music for 2 hours every week. Then if I listen to these usually every week, and notice things like that and figure out where I need to improve. So yeah, this was about like 15 minutes left in the challenge. I did a quick finishing up of the mixing, but wasn't really struggling to keep on time or keep within the time limit for this.
Is that a drag?
And I actually made a 3-minute song all while doing that and streaming, which usually I've had trouble with doing that for the last few challenges, because I find I just get so distracted by streaming that I haven't been I just kind of make this quick little song that you just kind of passes by in the listening party, and there's I wanted to it just sounds selfish when I say this, but wanted my turn to be a little bit longer. So that's why one of the things when I came to this challenge was I wanted to make a bit of a longer song this time. Which having a when the theme came up that I've had ideas about, that helped too, because like a lot of the themes, it's like I'm not sure what I would do for that. I'm not sure what I would do for that, because we have a list of 20 themes in the Discord, and it's chosen randomly from there. Um, and this was one of the ones that I've had this idea to go with the dragon theme ever since I first saw that theme in the list. So that made it a little bit easier. Like I was, I was not speaking English. I was prepared to try singing Outlandic if I had to, because I felt like that could fit the theme too. But the song didn't go that way, and like I already said, I didn't want to pull my mic out too much, except for just tiny little clips, tiny little very quiet clips that I could stand right up to the mic. So, title, Dragon in Distress, that's already decided because it's on the album. And to this point, I just want to make a comment. Carbonic was trying to start a petition to rename the song to My D&D Session Last Week, which is a great title, to be honest, but Dragon in Distress was already decided by that point. So I guess I should make a video then. Because I want to put this up on YouTube on Saturday. So normally I have a script that I use to make a video for these 2-hour track challenges. But with the 2-hour album challenge, I do something a little bit. That's not what I want. I do something a little bit more, a little bit more of a special video. It's a special event. I stream like I don't normally do with the 2-hour track challenges. Something caught my eye. It's in the corner of my eye. That was a lot of eye in that sentence. So let me just fix up wait, the fuck? I forgot all my settings here, I'm sorry. And then AV Sync. And that is how I set up Blender to, as my video editor. What I normally do with these, and this is partially just because I started, the first 2-hour album challenge was before I started releasing 2-hour track challenges at all. So I made this on Saturday. It was a quick little painting. It took an hour, and it looks like it took an hour. I'm also not a fantastic artist. I don't give myself the time to take 2 hours or 3 days to make a painting and make it perfect. I can watch other people for that. This is fine for me. So let me just find the music. Two-hour challenge. 126. Yes, I know. I did delete a file while I was looking for this. There's the file. Oh yeah, I guess I should increase the length of this a bit. I'll draw a waveform. Drop my dragon on. Stretch the artwork to the end. Oh, right. Cable input. Of course it needs me to restart freaking Blender to do this. Give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And there we go. I meant to just say give me a second, and then somehow I just completely broke out into song. So that's cool, but I want to move this a little bit. Which one did I use? Transform? Yeah, that's the one. So I'm thinking I will start kind of zoomed in on this block of trees, maybe with the sky showing a little bit. And then...
Dragon?
somewhere around there, the dragon will start to come into view.
Is that a dragon?
Maybe pan down to the
injured.
little blood trail.
I think I can help it.
I won't worry about that for now, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the rest. I only drew one picture this time. That might be a little bit much. Oh, that's the wrong way. The scales might still be a bit too much. 25. Yeah, that should do. That one needs to go negative. Yeah, that's a good starting point. I don't really need a keyframe on the scale yet. Where are you? Oh, you're at 1. Okay, never mind. So... let's see if I can...
I think I can help it. Is that a dragon? I think it's injured.
So right around here, I want it to be more like negative 25. No. 0 maybe? No. 5. 10. So I'm just guessing and testing. This is how I do this. Negative 20. I mean, this doesn't look like the most dragony dragon in the world either. I'm not a dragon artist. So it's slowly moving. You can kind of see the dragon maybe a bit too soon. Actually, you know what I'll do? Is I won't move it until here or something. So snap those to the current frame. So it'll just kind of stare at that for a bit.
Is that a dragon?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe here though, because it still shows the dragon more sooner than I want it to. And that's gonna be moving way too fast. Yeah, that's way too fast.
Is that a dragon?
That's okay.
I think it's injured.
So let's snap that to the current frame. See how that looks. Actually, I wanna find me. No, wait. I was just singing like 2 different songs at once there. So I want that to be a little bit more that way. And this, yeah, let's go down there. And this still needs to go this way a bit more. Oh, wrong way. You can really see that trail. Now it's probably going to be too fast.
Is that
Yeah.
a dragon?
Also, if the X moved faster, or the X move, yeah, if the X moved faster, then that would help too. So X is that one there. So I'm going to wait. No, 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 no. This one here. Actually, I'll make it cubic.
Is that a dragon? I think it's
And then you can
injured.
see the injury. I did like that, except the end kind of felt like it was just falling into place. Which has to do with the slope of this curve. But I think I might be able to counteract that with by dragging that out. Dragging. So that it doesn't, so it stops moving later. But now I need to move it down a bit more. Let's watch this whole curve again.
Is that a dragon? I think it's injured. I think I can help it.
Okay, I don't know why. Oh, no, I know why. Because it ends here. And I move that while not looking here. So I want to look at the edge of the picture.
I think I can help it.
And that kind of ends at actually a coincidentally good time, because the strings are just starting to go around again as it's really slowing to that stop. So I'm going to take this opportunity to make a keyframe on the scale. And then I think maybe I'll yeah, go right to that. And I'll zoom into like that. Very slowly though. Oh, and this is like completely different here. Because it goes from smaller numbers mean a lot more with the scale than they do in the position. So when I'm looking at the keyframes of a transform, it always looks weird. The scale always looks so small, and I have to zoom in if I'm working with it. I'm going to do this like a really slow... Actually, maybe I'll even do it linearly. Again?
I think it's injured. I think I can help it.
Just very slowly zooming in. Wonder if I can make it even slower. I feel like I could. Because it still seems too fast. It would also mean I had to reevaluate how far it goes in. But I'm okay with that. It did feel a bit close. But I don't want us to be too slow zooming in either.
I think I can help it.
It is zooming if you look really closely. It's kind of hard to tell. Which is what I want. Now I gotta figure out what to do with this metal part. Which I'll stop all animation right when it comes to the break. Right there, it just stopped. How crazy should I go with this animation? Alright, so just looking at the waveform here, that's the double kick. And then that's where it really picks up into the metaler stuff. So maybe I will do that. Are you really that close? Oh yeah, look at that. And then right at the end there, I will zoom right the hell into its face. That is not right the hell into its face. That's also because it's not exactly centered. Okay, hang on. I gotta keyframe these as well. And then back there, I'll do like 3. Yeah, fuck, keyframe that. Where are you? I need you to be linear. You. Be linear. And you. You? Yeah, you. Be linear. So, what I'm going to do now is take this. Oh, I'm dragging that the wrong way. And just drag it until it's a little bit, the dragon's actually centered. And then I will do the same with this one here. And I think the dragon's a bit off center on the X, so let me go fix that. That should be good. Whew. I feel like I'm about to make this part. I feel like I'm about to make this part tedious on myself. But here goes. So, I want you to be linear too. You can zoom in a little bit farther. Oh, well, that just wrecked the position again. Nope, this way. Zoom right in the dragon's face. Yeah, excellent. this part will zoom like all the way out, basically. Okay, maybe not all the way out. But that was sort of the idea I had in mind. I also want you to be linear. So that kind of idea, just not quite as far out, man. So I will take this down. Yeah, maybe I will take, where's the X? There it is. Just bounce a little bit farther than it was originally. Without showing the edge of the video frame, preferably. Where'd that go? There it is. What the F? That's the one I want. Shut up, Tilly. And then at that point, I think I'll just kind of do a slow pan across the picture. Until like chorus, or pre-chorus even. When I have my finger on the button, I can drink water and find the place I'm looking for at the same time. That right there. So here I will put a keyframe. Let's do 1.2. Fuck it, I'll just do that and then figure it out. The way, please. What is that curve? Come on. This gets really tricky when you're trying to position something in the middle of the curve. Like positioning at the end is easy because you just move the keyframe to where you want it. But I've had times where I wanted to have it stop by a particular place, or like it keeps going off the edge during the middle of the curve, which is really annoying. Okay, so that is a Bezier for some fucking reason. I mean, it should be. It's just a really weird looking one, apparently. Do something like that. See, that shit right there. That drives me crazy. It's moving slower than it's zooming. Okay, get your curve back. So I guess this curve, whatever the hell it is a happy little accident. I want to do something different. I just don't know what. Did I actually do anything with the Y? I don't think I did. I'm just going to delete that keyframe. That's honestly kind of pointless. I like the way it was. So yeah, I want to do something different, and I'm thinking maybe I'll zoom in on the forest area for this little bit, and then do a slow zoom out and reposition at that point there to see the whole picture. The whole picture, nothing but the picture. Actually, that adds up because I don't want to see anything on the outside. Actually, maybe I'll even I should post about the album challenge. Put a little visual up at the end because I like to do that too. So, where did that go? It was right here, I think. One final screech. So that's the start of the final verse. It's the final verse. I'm sorry. That was the cheesiest fucking thing ever. Okay, maybe not quite the cheesiest thing, but, you know. More cheesy than I should have let happen. Zoom that into about there. I'm thinking I'll change both of these. I want it to be more over this way. And also I want that Y, which is that. Go down there, but I think I'll make that. Is that the one? Yes. Make that circular. So that makes it look like that. Just to give it a bit of a different speed than the X. Oh shit. We're losing the frame. We're losing the frame. Get the frame back. Where are we? Oh, that's why. Because that freaking thing adjusted the curve of my point. The other slope adjusted my key point and my curve of my key frame. I guess you could say. I think I was forgetting how to play bass there. That Y moving faster at the end there actually worked really well with the drums speeding up. I quite like that. Oops. But it is a little bit too low because you can see the bottom of you can see below the picture there. So that should fix that. So it's just kind of frozen there right now, but I'll add some keyframes to somewhere around this last thing here. That right there. I will be right back. I'm just going to use the washroom real quick, and then I will put those keyframes in. You can welcome me back now. That was just a very complicated way to say I'm back. I am feeling like strangely hungry, and I just had dinner. Come on, buddy, please. Stop this. So, what was I going to do here? Position 0, 0, scale 1. That's the full picture. Yeah, now I better make sure that it doesn't go out of frame anywhere here. I don't think it will. Fingers crossed. Something is acquiring a slope that it shouldn't, I think. No, it's not. Never mind. I should actually double check this didn't fuck up with all that either. Fast and then slows right down. I like that. Okay, so observations. It feels like it's going fast, but at the same time I feel like I want it to go fast. I'm thinking what I might do is pull the keyframes back a bit. Everything is like in the same spot that it's going to be really hard to grab anything. To there. To give it, because I feel like it shows the full picture a little bit too close to the end. So if I'd put it here instead. Can I do this? I can. And then I think I will make these circular. Maybe. That will work. Let's see. So it starts off that really slow because I like that. Yeah, that was good. It feels like it could warrant speeding up and just slam into the end there. Excellent. Well done. There's just one thing left, and that is probably right around here. I'm gonna start fading in to our album challenge volume 5 out now to hac. Should I do abstraction music or Bandcamp? I've done this before, so let me see. Right, I remember animating that. This is the volume 3 track, in case anybody doesn't know. Yeah, fuck, I'm just gonna watch this whole thing because I'm curious what the hell it did now. Some of them I do a little bit more than others. Clearly I was having a lot of fun with this one. Oh, I did this one on stream too. So looking back and making notes to myself again about how I could improve on things, it's like I wasn't doing things overly careful there. I was just kind of throwing animations in. Right, so that's what I did with that one. 2hac.abstractionmusic.com. Okay, and the album art. So I'm gonna do this sort of thing, except I'm gonna overlay it on this. So I'm thinking, something long could totally go up here. Let me open up Inkscape. Pixels. Speaking of pixels, my phone might be charged. Hang on. Pixels. $1920 by 1080. Cool. Layer 1 will be 2-hour album challenge. Available now. Cover. Link. So I'll just put those all as separate layers. Deal with that then. I think I'll grab that art work. Which one is this for? Myth Legend. And I'll decide where to put it afterwards. 2 hour, there it is. Front, So I will drop that onto this layer cover. Figure out where to put that. You know what else I should actually do is add a reference layer below. And what I'm going to do with that is, I don't know. Normally I would, when I'm doing something like that, I'd take a render of that single frame where I want to put something over top of. But that single frame is just the artwork, so I'm just going to grab the artwork. I closed the folder where it is though, so I need to go open that again. The 2-hour challenge 2019-126 art. Bet that into reference. Why the fuck are you so small? 1920 00. Cool. So now I have an idea of where things will appear if I put them on here. Link, I definitely want to put that in. The F. 2HAC dot. Let me copy it, because you know damn well I'm gonna fuck it up. There it is. Actually, that's not all that long. Could fit there. And then, okay, yeah, I put that on link, right? Yeah. Cover is that. And I'll probably export all these as different, all these layers as separate things. Actually, should probably save this. Video, new folder, outro, source. You know, I'm thirsty and I don't have much water, so I'll be right back again. I'm back. What's up? Right, I was trying to save this source. Outro. 2hack5 outro. I just about tried pressing play there. That doesn't work. What else do I want to put in this thing? Available now? Maybe? I mean, I have a layer for it. Can't place anything on a layer that's locked. 2-hour album challenge. Volume. Volume 5. Maybe I'll make that one a little bit bigger. Not quite that big. Please. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that one's definitely a good place. I'm thinking available now, I will drop over here. And then I just need to get a better place for the link in the cover. Which I actually kind of like the cover there. You'll put the link there. Haha. So, now, that all looks good. Let me hide the reference. So that's what I'll be exporting, sort of. Actually, I'll hide everything. Oh, true. 2-hour album challenge. Hide that. Show available now. And the way I'm exporting all these separately will give me control once I get into the video editor. I could also decide now what I want to show when and then export what needs to be together with each other. And then fade in between the images of what's there and what's not, kind of thing. Link. Close that one. Close and complete that one. Okay, save. Close. Oh, true. So now I have that, and that's about it. So did I say here? No, I want to hear this so I can hear. I like to put things on audio cues, like when a new beat starts and whatnot. Just trying to count how many cues I have here. Kind of 5. Because I definitely want to start this one here. And it will go to the end. End, please. And it will need to alpha over this thing. I feel like if I go, I'll make this fade into that point right there. Is where the cover and the link should appear together, I think. And I'll make those stay till the end. But the thing is, let me move that up a little bit. I want available now to appear first. So I'm thinking here. Available now. And again, you should go to the end. So, I need to put alpha over... So the available now has a transparent background. This alpha over makes it so that the transparent background is shows up as the other piece that's selected. So like a normal use of it, the most basic use is if I took, say, a picture, just do it with this. I didn't want you there though, because this is kind of complicated to One of the weirder things when I'm working with Blender. So like that right now, it's only showing the link, which is the picture up top, with like a transparent background, or a placeholder for a transparent background. It's not really transparent. So if I select the thing on the bottom and then the thing on the top, usually I have a video on the bottom, say alpha over, now the outer link shows up, or the transparent parts of outerlink.png show up as cover.png below it, which cover.png also has a whole bunch of transparent stuff, so that's why it's not showing much there. And I did an alpha over on the transform instead of the picture itself, because that's it will take the whole picture itself rather than whatever state the transform is in, which is not what I want. But actually, when I did that actually even broke things worse. See, there's over the transform properly, but you notice the link isn't showing up, and that's because the link is trying to alpha over on the cover, but what we're actually seeing here is the alpha over of cover on top of transform. So yeah, it's really complicated shit, but this is how I make videos. So yeah, that's why I have like a alpha over connecting the transform to the to one text image, and then an alpha and then the alpha over from this alpha over to this, and then from this alpha over to this I'll need another alpha over, and then from this alpha over to this I'll need another alpha over. And I felt like that was a bit offbeat there. Yeah, that's like a tiny little beat too early. That's where I want it to be. Yeah, that's what I want. Now, to fade this in, I think I may have fucked this up. Because I want this, because I can do a cross. That's gonna fade in all the way over to there, but of course the alpha over for all this stuff is on this, which isn't actually showing. It's the cross that's showing at the moment. Confusing shit. I'm trying to remember how I solved that last time. Could also do like opacity, but I don't think that will quite work either. You know, if the keyframe fucking works. Insert the keyframe, please. How do I... There it is. Yeah, but see, that's the alpha over is now the transform plus the text. So when I say opacity, it's opacity of the freaking combination of those two. But actually, I just realized I have a solution. Take that and put it on the image itself. So, or not. I forgot the keyframe again. Or not. What the F? That should have worked. Let me just see this. What the shit? Blend mode. Oh yes, this kind of stuff. Oh, that is good to know, because I've actually had troubles with that before, and I thought I understood it previously, but apparently not. Oh yes. Now I just need to set this. So replace works better for the blend mode for these. And I'll put that at the same shoot. Something fucked up. Oh. Wait. Yeah, so this plus this should be alpha overed. Okay, I don't know why that fucked up, but it fucked up. That's okay, I can redo it. And that is where I want that to be finalized. Where is that exactly? That's like... Where is the end of that bar? I'll say there. Should be close enough, I think. So opacity 1 there, opacity 1 there. Whoops. Actually, better idea. Better, more clever idea is if I make the alpha over here, so now that's one item. And now I say the opacity of that fades in. So that will make it fade together like that. I mean, it would look basically the same if I did them separately, but now they're behind the scenes fading together as well. And then, so now that's one object fading in, composed of these two images. So I can alpha over that. Yeah. That was fucking brilliant. Maybe one of these days we'll figure out how to wipe. Don't make me pull out my quote docs. Fuck it, I'm doing it. Why is it always when I'm making these damn 2-hour album challenge videos that I say something stupid like that? Maybe one day I'll learn how to wipe. Oh god. Yep. There we go. I guess it's not necessarily just the the art. I also said something rather stupid during the volume 4, like when I was actually making the song. That was when I said, "Why is there a gap in this lettuce here?" Right, so that's cool. Um, I just realized that I dropped 405 frames. That's kind of unfortunate. Um, Seems to be stable for now, though. But now I want to see if I can figure out how to make this sort of wipe in from the side rather than fade in all at once. I think it's something to do with similar to a height map. So I will open up Inkscape again. Is that in the bottom corner? It is, okay. Because it's like such a basic trick, and it's not really like a lot of video editors would just give you that to the so easily that it's cheesy. Blender isn't exactly a video editor at its core, so it doesn't have things like that. Wipe map. That should not be popping up. That's a bug. I don't know why that just happened. I do have nobody in that list, right? Actually, you know what? I don't. Okay, let me fix that real quick. Good to know it's still working. Surprisingly, I've never noticed that before now, though. Okay, that should fix that. So it stops saying other live 2 hackers for no reason. I definitely need water. Right, so, basic concept is I think I want to do like a 1920 by 1080. Oh my god, why is there a stroke on that thing? Love the color, but no. 1920 by 1080. And then I want to do that as a gradient from here to here. I'll just wipe the whole screen. Actually, I'll do it there. And that color I want to be still transparent, or still visible, but just white. I don't like that angle, I just realized. Maybe something a bit more like this. I don't think height map is the proper term for that, but fuck it. It's the only thing I can think of. Now, how would I... Oh, mask, maybe. How would I make that happen? Try the insert mask. I think the reason this is so strong with video editing capabilities is so like you can insert, you can do a 3D animation and then insert your scene into the into here, which is really helpful. I'm sure to like piece together your camera angles and whatnot. Let me try. Wait, there's a wipe? That's the okay, well that's good to know, but that's not quite what I was looking to learn, because like there's an angle here and everything. Because that would, oh, let me, wait. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, no, I needed that. I'm getting confused on what's what here. So now if I wipe from that... eventually it'll show up, yeah. Maybe I will just do this. That actually worked like surprisingly well timed. It does still also have the fade, just because I never took that off. Here. Let me try it without that. Did it seriously just leave it at 0? I didn't want a keyframe. Yeah, I like it better with the fade as well. That just looked cool. It's like, it's just complete coincidence because it's still wiping the rest of the screen. It's just that we visibly can't see anything until it's, except for down here that it's wiping. But it just ends like at that last electronic bass sound. It just happens to be right at the same time as it ends that link. So as much as I want to learn that, learn how to properly do a mask like this so I can do whatever the hell pattern I want, I'm going to keep this. Because that is badasser than I expected. So, it's probably going to take a little bit to render this, but I'll see if I can do another playthrough. It's going to be jerkier here, just because it's it's trying to render all the effects on the go at the same time as it's displaying the video, which can't be easy. Whereas if you render it and then watch the video later, it's all squashed down into a single video, technically without any effects anymore. And it can take its time rendering that.
Is that a dragon? I think it's injured. think I can help it.
I did notice it start to zoom in, though, just because I was staring at the edge. Staring at the edge makes it more noticeable. And now I'm streaming myself staring at into a dragon's eyes. And I'm sure that will look better in the rendered version as well. Cool. The only thing I'd say is the song does end kind of fast, and there's not much time to read to hac.abstractionmusic.com. So, let's say give it another second or two. So I'm at 60 frames per second. So 2 seconds would be 120, but I just did the fucking math there. 0681, pull the picture out to the end. Pull everything else out to the end too, please. And these things are just like, oh, you know what though? That just fucked with the wipe. Now it's gonna go at a different speed. Well, you know how I'll fix this. Is I will duplicate these. And I'll put them there. I need to rebuild the alpha overstack though. These can just be shortened. They don't need to be. That fucking large. Another second and a half, I think. Yeah, fuck, 2 seconds. 10801. Yep. And half these things don't update until I grab it for some reason. Yeah, it's just Blender visual glitch, I think. I feel like the song does end too fast. But that's not something I can change right now, because that would be something I'd change during the 2 hours, which was like a week and a half ago. Time's up for that change. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. What the? How many times am I going to say that? Yeah, that's cool. Control. Oh, fuck me. That was the other thing I like to change. I friggin' hate when it replaces that, because it always replaces that. Because what it does is, like, it goes into it needs an image editor by default, which I used to always set this to an image editor first, because it will just take over this. If it doesn't find an image editor, it takes over one of my panels, and it likes to take over this thing, which bugs me. But now I set this to new window, so yeah, save over. Now it does that. Oh, not new window though. Full screen is what I normally do. There we go. That's what I want. So that is rendering the video itself. I will get this up on YouTube for Saturday. And it is 8:43. I should start getting ready for bed. Yes, I have an early bedtime. It's just because I get up so early. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch some Netflix or something first. But that is going to be the end of the stream. So thanks for watching. Chatting. Nobody chatted. Just kidding. I should probably put up my done screen here. I'll see you around. Finally getting back to Half-Life on Saturday, so I'm excited about that. And then normal 2-hour Czech Challenge premieres resume next week on Tuesdays, like usual. So thanks for watching. I already said all this. Blah, blah, blah. Take care. See you around. Have a good life. Goodbye.